May 9th, regular Board of Education meeting to order. Nikki, would you call the roll, please?
Yes, Nikki. Austin is present. Rich Depre.
Present.
Eric Ekdahl.
Present.
Terry Ellison.
Present.
Teresa Keen.
Present.
Cheryl McGuire. Absent. Dylan McGuire.
Here.
Phil Vosberg. Tim Wolf is absent.
Okay, we have a quorum and we are in session. I would entertain a motion to amend tonight's agenda.
I can make a motion to amend the agenda. To make sure I have it all right. To amend the agenda to include consent item F, approval of exempt staff hiring, Dana Kundert as a district nurse. Item G, approval of professional staff resignation, Justin Blackburn as the MHS at-risk teacher. And the removal of new business, item D, approval of issuance of final notice of non-renewal of teacher contracts.
I have a motion by Teresa
I'll second.
and a second by Nikki. By voice vote, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. And now I'll entertain a motion for our now amended agenda.
So moved.
Second. Got a motion by Terry and a second by Eric. By voice vote, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Motion carries. All right, so we're on to the fun part and the reason you're all here tonight. We get to celebrate some amazing work by some of our students and staff. So tonight we're gonna start off with Abraham Lincoln Elementary.
Yep.
Right over there.
Excellent. Good evening, everyone. I am Aaron Hyman, the school counselor at Abe Lincoln Elementary. It's my privilege tonight to introduce my star of shining moment here, Spotlight Student of the Month, Mr. Braun King. Come on up, buddy. So Braun was actually nominated. Unfortunately, his teacher, Miss Duffy, and his principal, Mrs. Judd, were both unable to be here tonight. And when I got presented with this opportunity, I said, well, that just mathematically makes the most sense because I'm about as big of a Braun King fan as there is in this whole world. So I've actually known, and I did promise to make this really quick because I promised his sister at lunch today that I would try to get her out of here as fast as possible. So Grace, I'll do my best here. But getting to know Braun these last 2 years, he's a first grader at Abe with us. I've gotten to know him since kindergarten. And knowing that he was going to fall in the shoes of Grace and has Bo coming up behind him, I have just really seen how much he's blossomed into an awesome young man. His leadership skills, his attitude in class. He is a guy that loves every single person in our building, loves coming to school. Can't really even say enough about that. And everybody in the building just loves him right back for everything that he does. You work so hard, buddy. He's always going to be the most humble and will never admit to these things or be seen bragging about these things, which is just an awesome credit to your character. But so that was kind of my exciting moment that I got to brag about him. Even a little personal story from today, only part of my supervision duties down in the cafeteria today, I got to see Braun during lunchtime, and I got to chat him up about this opportunity that I was going to get to come and present him with this or be kind of his tag team partner here tonight. And he kind of said, well, he was really excited about that. And I said, well, buddy, cut me some slack. I'll try to say a lot of nice things. It's my first go around to this. And he said, well, you know, I'm a little bit nervous myself. And he said, well, Mr. Heim, Mrs. Judd does these all the time, so you're going to do an awesome job. You got this. So my pep talk came from a first grader today, and I just loved every moment of that. But that really speaks to what kind of a student that Braun has become. You are just such a fantastic kind of person over through and through, buddy. So Miss Duffy did give me some words that she did want me to read about you here, so these come straight from her mouth, not mine. Don't get mad at me. So Braun is a hard-working student. Braun's classmates look up to him as both a leader and great friend. I have been very proud of Braun this year and the continued growth he has made because of his hard work ethic. He wants to always do well and will continue to try until he succeeds. Braun is always willing to help wherever and whenever needed, which makes him reliable and responsible. I am honored to present the Student of the Month Award to Braun King. Love, Miss Duffy. Get to go over here now.
Hi, my name is Rich. I'm with the Board of Education. I got to tell you, I'm really excited to have you here tonight. Hear all these wonderful things about you. Sounds like you're a really positive person in your building. You're always trying to do the right thing. You're building good relationships and lifting up your friends around you. And that makes Abe a really special place. And I can't thank you enough for everything that you do every day. Okay? So to remember this evening, We've got a certificate for you and then a gift card to Barnes and Noble to get yourself some cool books. Congratulations. Keep up the good work. North side, Mrs. Sullivan.
So Northside Student of the Month is fourth grader Lexi Zimmerman, and this is her teacher, Mrs. Abraham, who's going to talk about what she's like in the classroom. But before she does, I want to say, so Lexi came to us in kindergarten and then left, and she came back in second grade, and thank goodness she did. She is this ray of light all of the time. In the hallway, she's the one kid that goes by and actually says good morning when you say good morning, rather than like a little grunt sometimes. She's so social. She just brings joy to everyone that she's around. She's a friend to everybody. So she's a great role model and she's really deserving. But I'll let Ms. Abraham talk a little bit more about that.
So I will continue on that. I think I could tell from the very first time I met Lexi and that first day of school that she was a student that deserved this award. From day one, she has been such a great example to her classmates. She always goes above and beyond in her work. She does exceptional work and she always asks questions. Even when she kind of seems like she's getting it, she wants to be sure that she understands it and knows what to do. And she set such a great example for her classmates. When she was surprised with this award, they all went around and got to share a little bit. And they talked about how kind she is, and I see that every day. They also said that she's really funny, and I thought that was really fun because I don't always see that because she wants to be doing the right thing and setting a good example. So they noticed that and how hardworking she is. So she really deserves this award. I'm so proud of the work you've done. So way to go. You're welcome.
All right, Lexi, how are you doing? It was great to hear all these amazing qualities that you have. Working hard every day to come in every morning and start your day out and inspire your friends around you and just bring love and joy into the building. And we really, really appreciate everything that you do every day to do that. Makes Northside a very special place. So to remember the evening, we've got a certificate for you and a gift card. We can't thank you enough for everything you do every day. Keep up the good work and congratulations. Parkside, stream.
So tonight we are celebrating Cindy. She's in fourth grade, and I'll let Miss Kylie talk about her. But I think when we start and we think about Cindy, how did your day start this morning?
Really good.
Really good. So we always pick our kids up in the fire truck, and I think it speaks to who Cindy is. She was waiting at the door. The fire truck wasn't even open, and she was in. Not because she was so excited about being student of the month, but she was going to be late for school. Like, we got to go. It's time to go. School is going to start. Let's get going. And that speaks to who Cindy is in the building, too. She's caring. She's considerate. She's organized. She's on time. And she didn't want to be late for school, right? Right.
She was in my lap before the door was open. Yeah, it was pretty awesome. Like Mrs. Ramey said, Cindy is just a joy to have in class. She is that punctual kid that I know I can count on her no matter what. Her work ethic shines on a day-to-day basis. She's always looking to improve and better herself, and I know that she gets that from her family. She talks about, how mom and dad encourage her to drive for her best, and I think that speaks greatly of mom and dad. And Cindy, I just love that you're a quiet leader in the class. I don't know if you know that you're a leader, but you are. Her classmates look up to her, they all know that she's doing the right thing. I have seen a sillier side of Cindy this year, which I love, because at the beginning of the year, her mom and I talked and she said, I know she's got the academics, but I still want her to be a kid. And I'm seeing that more and more. She's built a really good group of friends this year. Everyone wanted to be her partner on the field trip. And she's just an excellent student, and I'm so blessed to have her in my class. And I'm very, very proud of you. You are more than deserving of this award, Cindy.
Congratulations, Cindy. Some amazing things to hear about you. It's awesome to hear that you've really embraced sort of this mindset that you get better a little bit every day every day, and then one day great things happen. But it's acknowledging that they don't just happen without all that hard work every day, and you're bringing that work ethic and all of that energy every day. And in addition to that, it sounds like you're being a really great friend to all of your classmates. And from the board, we're proud of you. We can't thank you enough for all the hard work that you do every day. Got a certificate to remind you of the evening and a gift card at Barnes & Noble to get some books. Congratulations. Good job. Mr. Parody, you're doing middle school for us.
Yeah, unfortunately, Mr. Bateman is not able to be here tonight, so as her former principal, it's my pleasure to introduce the Monroe Middle School winner, Evelyn Martinez. Evelyn, come on up. Mrs. Henneke is here to share all the great things that you were doing at the middle school, and I remember Evelyn as a super kind, supportive friend that was very hardworking at Parkside, and I'm sure she's continued those things at the middle school.
She absolutely has. Thank you, Mr. Parody. I am Andrea Henneke, and I am Evelyn's English teacher and study hall teacher. What else? English teacher, homeroom. So I see Evelyn a few times a day, and she has just been amazing this year and so deserving of this award. We practice mutual respect and personal responsibility at the middle school, and she is a prime role model for all of these things. She is one of the hardest working and most dedicated students that I've had the pleasure to work with as a teacher. School's not always easy, yet she perseveres through all tasks that are given to her. She's caring and kind. She helps keep friends on track, and she's a great classroom helper. Evelyn has a positive attitude, and she advocates for her work and her learning, and she takes feedback from teachers, and all of those are things that learners do. Evelyn has goals. She hopes to work as a Spanish language translator when she grows up. We probably have a job for you here in the schools. She will accomplish anything that she puts her mind to. She's going to be very successful. If I could clone you and make multiple copies and fill my classroom with them, I would, because it would make it such a happy and hardworking place. So congratulations. You're very deserving of this work, of this award. Keep up the hard work and dedication, and you'll be very successful. Congratulations.
Evelyn, congratulations from the entire board. Really proud of you. Can't tell you how much it means to us, the hard work that you put in every day, and to persevere and adapt and overcome and move past any obstacles that might get in your way. We really are looking forward to you being a Spanish linguist. Come on back and help us out. To remember the evening, we've got a certificate here for you and a gift card to Barnes & Noble to get some books. Congratulations, and thank you so very much. Who do we have presenting staff excellence? Nope.
High school.
Is high school here? I had a sticky note. Let's go to high school.
You couldn't make it tonight, again, it's
Yeah.
family, but you're right.
Okay, okay.
No high school student.
Okay, staff excellence.
Maybe the 23rd.
Okay, thank you.
Rick, come on up, it's you. It is my absolute honor to talk about Eric tonight and his work at Parkside. And before I knew Eric as an employee, I knew him as a parent. And as a Phi Ed teacher, when your first grade son is coming home and saying, well, Mr. J says we have to be more active. Mr. J says we have to eat healthy food. Mr. J says we can't litter, that's not good for the environment. And when someone that your child has for class twice a week for a half an hour is coming home and sharing all of these really important messages beyond we played dodgeball or we had fun playing basketball or we got to go outside with Mr. J, I think that speaks volumes to the work that he does in the classroom and throughout the building. Eric's been nominated by multiple staff all throughout the school year, so I'm incredibly, incredibly happy that I get to celebrate him in this capacity tonight. And I think the most interesting thing was every time someone nominated him, they said something different. In September, people were talking about the time that Eric gives every morning before school. He's one of the first people in the building, in the gym at 7:15, setting up, and he's bringing kids in from 7:30 in the morning before their school day starts to make sure that they can participate in physical activity, get some social skills in, and do some things before their school day starts, because he truly believes, and he's collected data for us this year, showing that that physical activity before you get going on that curriculum stuff, that's really important. And so he's not getting paid for that. We're not doing anything extra for Eric. He's coming in because he truly believes that that's important for our kids. And it's made a huge difference. The program started with 12 kids in the fall. And I mean, are you you're over 20?
We have 27.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a gym full of kids and he's got some other people in there supporting him, but the work and the planning and the ideas, all of that's Eric. The next month, people are nominating him and saying, Eric's so savvy, he's got his phone out, he's talking in Spanish, he's making sure that everybody knows all the directions to the games, no matter what language they speak, and making sure that they can access those activities. And there's not a barrier there because they don't speak the language. Do you understand? Okay, put it in my phone, I'll tell you. Then someone else is nominating Eric, saying it's so amazing to go in there and see the kids actually moving and the heart rate monitors. And he's got a TV screen in one of the closets propped up just right so that the kids can follow their heart rate monitors in the gym. And people are always talking about the engaging activities that Eric's doing and making sure that the games are always changing, the activities are always changing, and that kids are constantly looking forward to being a part of FIED. Most recently, and incredibly timely with this nomination, Eric started a grant opportunity last year with the Monroe Optimist Club and really felt strongly about getting a biking program in our elementary school. And so he was able to get funding from the Optimist Club, and on Friday afternoon, he was able to wheel out 2 giant racks of bikes, racks that he built himself, bikes that he assembled himself. We were really counting on those day of service kids, Mr. Jackson. So instead, Eric put together a lot of bikes, helmets, and Friday the bikes show up at school, and today he comes into the office, he's like, here they were riding today. So he had the kids on bikes with their helmets, shower caps under their helmets to make sure the helmets are clean. Eric's thought of it all, and really brought some incredible programs to Parkside, and really, really worked hard to develop relationships with students, families, and staff. So Eric, we are incredibly appreciative of the large impact you've made in just a few short years in Monroe. So
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Eric, I can't thank you enough for all the hard work that you put in to start all of the students' days off right, and to care about their mind and their whole body, and to get them into the right mindset and set them up for success. Building those deep personal relationships with those kids, in addition to that, really only makes amazing things happen for them. And we can't thank you enough for all that hard work. So it's my honor to present you with this. And the floor is yours. Congratulations.
First, I want to say thank you to all my colleagues who have nominated me throughout the year. It really means a lot. I'd like to thank Jenna and the rest of the admin team for their support, and the board for this awesome recognition. It really means a lot to me. I love my job. I love what I do. I love the people I work with. They make work tons of fun. Jill Leitzinger, my little partner in crime over there. We have a lot of fun, and when work's fun, it really goes smoothly. I'm really grateful for this, and thank you so much. Thank you to my family for being so supportive, listening to all my ideas, see if it's right or not, but I really do appreciate it. This means a lot. Thank you.
Awesome. And tonight we've got a presentation from Peggy Murphy. Where's Peggy at? There's Peggy. She's going to tell us a little bit about the Girl Scout Cookie Share donation. You guys can go on over there. Come on down if you like.
So my co-leaders are wimping out on me. Thank you so much. Thank you to the board for allowing us to come and present tonight. I am honored to be a co-leader for 2 different troops in Monroe. The oldest troop is 3218. They are the ambassador level, and they are seniors this year, so they will be graduating, and we will be done with them in a couple of months. The other troop is 9009. They are first-year cadets who are sixth graders. So they are new to the middle school and having fun there as well. Before cookie season, Troop 9009 voted on where to donate cookie share boxes. And cookie share is when somebody doesn't necessarily want to buy a box of cookies, silly them. But for maybe medical reasons they can't, or they've bought enough and they just want to donate. So we have a little donation can out at our cookie booth, and we have raised multiple, not just boxes. We actually have 19 cases that we are donating to the schools. So the girls just chose, their only suggestion this year was schools. So tonight we have 19 cases to present to each school. We have the boxes labeled. What they have here is just a representation of the boxes. The principals have to come out to my car and get the rest of them. In addition to cookie statistics, which I'll give in a minute, I just want to brag on these girls for a little bit, saying that they are future community leaders. Troop 3218 have girls that completed both their bronze and silver award, with one completing her gold award. 9009 last year completed their bronze award, and they will be working on their silver award over the next 2 years, and hopefully also have some gold award recipients as well. So we can't wait to see what the future brings for them. For cookie statistics, just to let you know how well the girls did, and this is based on community support, so that's why it's always important for them to understand to give back to the community as well. So altogether, we had 19 cases. The older troop sold 1,734 boxes of cookies. That's the most that they've ever sold. So that's 3 girls selling. And I wanted to have these girls guess what they sold as a troop, the younger troop. And so they got like halfway there. Their total troop sales this year, which is more than any other year we've had, 7,752 boxes. Just want to state that all those boxes come from my girls. So these girls have been doing a lot, and we look forward to the 6th, and I'm sorry, Winter's actually 7th grader. She joined our troop this year, sorry. Didn't mean to just put you at that 7th grade category, or 6th grade category. So we appreciate everything the community does. We love seeing the teachers and the fellow students out at our cookie booth stop by and say hi. Even if you don't buy a cookie, that's fine, because next year there's always more cookies. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we get to hear from Mike Sanders a little bit about Monroe Excellence in Education grants this year. Yes, please, sir.
I didn't know these meetings are so much fun. I should consider running for school.
You should, Mike.
They're not always.
Someone should like whip us.
It's supposed to be a bad joke, sorry. Good evening. Thank you for allowing me a few minutes here. I'm Mike Sanders, and I'm a member of the board of the Monroe Excellence in Education Foundation, so I'm here representing them tonight. And EIE is a nonprofit organization separate from the school district that works in partnership. It's part of the Community Foundation of Southern Wisconsin. And our mission is to provide private resources to enhance educational programs, offer extended educational opportunities, encourage innovation, and recognize the achievements of students and staff of the school district. Kind of like some of what you were just doing here a few minutes ago. We were founded actually 20 years ago this spring. So this is our 20th anniversary. And in 2003, our second year of operation, we made our first grants. 9 grants, and the total amount was $3,000, and we were excited about that. Since that time, we've made 175 grants and awarded $225,366. And thank you, Cindy, we're up now at 46 cents. In that 20 years. And I'm very excited to share that tonight we're going to award 8 more grants, a totaling about $46,000 or so. And we spend kind of off the earnings of our endowment, which has started at 0 20 years ago, and now is just a little short of $500,000 in that endowment. Now, maybe with the last couple of weeks of Wall Street, maybe a little bit less than that, but we are so thankful to our generous community, the support of the school district. I got to do a shout out to Cindy. It's just a champ. She's been with us from the beginning and does a great job, and working with Rick Waskey and the school district leaders. It's been a wonderful experience, and the Community Foundation to help make this happen. So as our endowment grows, we're going to be able to do more going forward. So I'm here to award the big checks. I don't think they'll work in the ATM or spend, but, and I'm going to introduce the grantees, the teachers, and they can talk, give a brief summary of their project. So first, Jenny Bochar, $1,100. Yeah, and rather than me say what it's for, I'll just let you do the whole thing, and we'll make this go a little bit.
All right, so I'm the Performing Arts Center Director at the high school. I also direct the musical and the play there. And this grant will fund actually 2 projects at the PAC. The first one is this past fall, we participated for the first time in about 50 years in the Wisconsin High School Forensics Association one act competition. And we went all the way to state. We won 8 awards. The kids really enjoyed doing it. So part of this will help us continue to do that each year. So it'll be a new opportunity for students, in addition to the fall play and the musical, to participate in theater. And then the other part of it will go towards the summer school theater program that we offer for students going into grades 4th through 6th. We do like a 3-week theater intensive where they start with auditions on day 1, and they produce a show on the last day of summer school. And this will help us pay for the licensing and the materials for that to hopefully bring the cost to very low to possibly no cost for students for next year for summer school. So thank you very much.
Okay, and the next one is Danielle Pernot. Danielle, pet grooming project.
Yes. I'm Danielle Pernot. I teach at the Monroe High School. I'm the agriculture education teacher. This grant is going to fund a student-led project where the students are creating an opportunity to groom dogs and possibly even cats inside the high school. This grant is going to fund all of the necessary startup equipment, and the goal is to also provide students with safe animal handling training through the American Kennel Club. So students will get the opportunity to become certified, and then once their certification training and their safety training is accomplished, we'll invite community members' pets into the high school to be groomed, and hopefully provide a partnership and give back to the community as well.
Great, thanks, Danielle. Susan Anderson, $1,240 for peer tutoring.
Thank you. Hey, I'm Susan Anderson. I work at the high school and I'm the learning and technology coach. And this year, sort of coming out of a bunch of conversations we were having, I had the idea to start a high school peer tutoring program. So what I'd like to do is partner up some of our outstanding students in all different areas in the high school with kids who might need some academic support. And this is great. It's great for the tutors to get that training. It's great for the kids who need that help. It's great for teachers to be able to partner with students and make that work. So this will help fund some of the supplies that we'll need. I'd also like to do a site visit. Mr. Jackson, our principal, reached out to see in Badger Conference if there's any other peer tutoring place. And there's one in Wanakee. So we'd like the chance to go out and see what they're doing and learn from them as we build it ourselves. So that's what this is for. Thank you.
Michelle Blau, $8,350. We can't wait to hear this description. Inchie's Bookworm Vending Machine. Congrats.
I'm really excited about this because this funding is really going to make it possible for us at ABE to get a vending machine that holds books for kids. And with this opportunity, we're going to be able to build home libraries for children so that they have the opportunities to collect books at school through earning them. And be able to take those books home and enjoy them as well. So, thank you.
And Erica Zentner, bookworm vending machine for Northside.
Hi, yes.
$3,000.
Yes.
There's kind of multiple funding supporting these
Yes,
things.
so,
Not that we favor one school over
no,
another.
no, but, yeah, so I have money that's gonna be used to pay for, part of the vending machine also, but I'm so excited. I teach third grade at Northside School. Our vending machine will be available for all students at Northside Elementary, and our plan is to use it as a reward for encouraging our 3 Bs of being respectful, being responsible, and being safe. And when the students earn a Student of the Week award, they'll be able to use one of the tokens. So the vending machines the kids won't be purchasing the books. They'll be given to the kids. They have a special token that they will earn, and that's the same as the one at Abe Lincoln. So the kids are getting a free book as a reward throughout the year. So thank you so much.
Great, thank you. Catherine Lato, $2,900 for gel. I've been practicing electrophoresis kits.
Yes, that is it.
Yeah.
That's the name. So gel electrophoresis, you've probably seen it on CSI. They put these DNA fragments into this box, and then you start up the electricity, and then the little fragments scoot up the box, and the difference in distance tells you what the different DNA chunks are. And it's great because you can use it to identify invasive species, you can check DNA, you can look at vaccines, it's basically one of the most foundational technologies in all of the biosciences. So it's really important that we have good stuff here at the high school so that the students can get a good head start, so that when they get to college, if they're doing biosciences, they know what it looks like. It'll just help us out. It'll make our program a lot better. So make us competitive with some of the other schools to have this forerunning technology. So yeah, it's gonna be great. Thank you.
And Chuck Lynch, $6,200 for a laser cutter engraver.
Thank you. Yeah, this amount is what helps us put us over the top. Hard work of Dan Saunders, our department chairman. I teach at the high school, technology and engineering, and this helped us put us over the top to buy a new laser engraver and cutter. The one that this replaced is over 20 years old, and basically it was just kind of a big, aging, elderly, finally gave up the ghost etching machine. This thing not only has a cool factor way off the chart, 90-watt laser that cuts stuff and engraves it, but what it does, it really takes us out of just etching some cool designs on wood to actually creating things for our engineering classes. So this is way cool. So this is a big deal. The thing, this looks like a fake paper check, but apparently when Full Spectrum, the company we bought it from, heard we were getting one of this, they just shipped it. So we already have it. I think there was some more behind the scenes work. Cindy probably knows about that. We're so grateful. This is a big step up for our department, not just replacing something that makes some cool etchings, but to actually take it into some engineering work. So super grateful. Thanks so much.
What's that happen in the district? CSI, Cool Factor, and now Dan, our last grant today is $22,199 for a Piranha CNC plasma cutter. Congrats, Dan.
So this machine will cut anything that conducts electricity. So it takes flat steel. It'll take a 4-foot by 8-foot sheet. And with the computer software, with whatever you want to input into it, it'll cut it. So it'll cut steel up to 1/2 inch thick, stainless up to 3/8. And some of your mild steels, 10 gauge, which is 1/8 inch, it'll cut at 200 inches per minute. So our current system is 22 years old. It was never designed to be a CNC plasma cutter. It was designed to be a CNC router. So we converted it with the help of an engineer from South Carolina. And it's been going along ever since. But it's time to go new. Get some updating. So should be a big wow factor, a big addition. And thanks, if you don't ask, you don't get. And I knew this would be a big reach. I asked for over 22,000. I don't know if anybody's asked for that much, but I did. There you go. Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity to spotlight these great projects, for all the teachers and staff and board. Thank you for all the great work you do. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Mike. So thank you for being here tonight, everybody. We'd like to get all of our award winners up at the front for a group photo. EIE folks too, Ms. Boshar? Yes, please. So everybody who got a check or won an award, please come on up front and we're gonna take your picture.
Little ones go first.
Let's do our student and staff awards first.
We know
The
that.
students and staff awards up front first. Come on up.
Checking it out. Why don't we go to the back to give them some room? Right here. She's sassy, isn't she? I'm glad you're a good role model. I think there's a spot for you right here.
Yeah. Alright, one more. Thank you.
Somebody lost their gift card. Oh, no. Somebody else did. Who's the other one?
Here's a gift card. Congratulations. Hey, I loved your video. Oh my gosh, the impact word. Maybe we all missed right? No, I enjoyed it immensely. I'm like,
Spinning sideways. Yeah, there you go.
This way? I think you spin the other way.
Which way do I go? This way?
1, 2, 3. That's right.
This way.
To your right, to your right, to your right. Perfect.
We're good.
Awesome. All right. Hold on.
Oh, our pleasure. Thank you. He's writing grants.
Really glad it's done. I'm really glad Sally's done. I'm so tired.
Mine is, yours not. Hey, girls, appreciate it.
Hang on, we got a couple more, right? No? Yes? No? Maybe?
No, yes, no,
Nope,
we're
okay.
done, we're done.
Nope,
No,
nope.
all right, here we go. One more.
So we need some.
That's good. I'm actually relieved. Way down one credit.
Oh, you can have the thing. I'm a caramel delight, aka the Supreme.
Loading up your car.
You have to collect your share of the 19
They're gonna load them into my car, Jenna.
Yes.
You have the lemonades?
Yes.
I wanna try a breakfast cookie. The lemonade is a breakfast cookie. I never heard of those before. The lemonades? Oh, they're good.
They sound yummy.
Doesn't have chocolate or peanut butter, it's not on my list.
Been over here a little bit.
It's just us.
All right. We're on to consent agenda. Do any board members wish to remove an individual item from the consent agenda for consideration? Hearing none, read them into the record. We are approving Board of Education minutes of April 25th, 2022. Special Board of Education minutes of April 28th, 2022. Special Board of Education minutes of May 3rd, 2022. Approval of support staff retirement, Peggy Reese, middle school special education aide after 21 years. Rhonda Stewart, Abe Lincoln playground supervisor after 15 years. Approval of support staff hiring, Haley Hartwig, MHS custodian, Kevin Dish, middle school custodian, Casey Wells, middle school custodian. Approval of professional staff hiring, Haley Richard, Parkside kindergarten teacher. Approval acceptance of community donations, Monroe Morning Optimist Club, $5,000 to the Parkside Elementary All Kids Bike Program. Joanne Babler, $100 to the Backpack Buddies. Howard and Mary Ann Johnson, $30 to the Backpack Buddies. ABC Club, $50 to the Backpack Buddies. Approval of exempt staff hiring, Dana Kunder, district nurse. And approval of professional staff resignation, Justin Blackburn, MHS at-risk teacher. I'd entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Terry. And a second by Nikki. Since by voice vote, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Motion carries. We're on to public comment. We have nobody here for public comment this evening. Old business, none. New business. We have a report on the Fine Arts Festival. Come on
I don't
up.
know if we can compete with book vending machine and
Is it
Girl Scout
plasma
cookies.
cutter?
19 cases of cookies.
Yeah, right?
It was
I don't
pretty
know.
amazing though. I think you guys have a
Really, like,
shot.
what's this stuff? The Andersons contributed to some of that 4,000 boxes.
All right.
Okay.
So we have a video to start, right?
Yeah. So I'm Susan Anderson, and this is Jan Douglas, and we're here to talk to you about the Fine Arts Festival. And we thought we'd kick it off with a video that Ms. Bochar is going to put together, and then we'll tell you about it. Yes, there you have it. So the Fine Arts Festival, I'm gonna give you a handout that captures some of it, and you can just pass those down. We had such a great time. Rich was able to come. I know Joe was there for some of it too. So what I'm passing out to you is the complete schedule of everyone who came Thursday and Friday. It was on the big doors down in the M room and upstairs. So we had a massive event. So we had 50 visitors. We had 31 artists. Those included previous staff, alumni, and new visitors from Wisconsin, Illinois, and Iowa. We had 93 unique sessions. So if you count all of those bullets up on both sides, you'll come up with 93. The last time we had a festival was 2019 because of the COVID pandemic. And in 2019, before all of this, we had 85 sessions. So we're really proud that we hit 93, and we're gonna shoot for over 100 in 2024, which is great. So those included, which you can see on your sheet, instrumental and vocal music, stage combat, watercolor, donut decorating, hip hop dance, yoga, knife making, Zentangle, lunch with an author, airbrush, vehicle painting, ceramics, jewelry making, soap making, beekeeping, and Jan hosted a recycled fashion show, which was super cool. So the goal of the Fine Arts Festival is that there's something for everyone. Like no matter what is your thing, there's something there for you. So I joke with the artists when we're hiring them that we interpret fine art rather loosely, right? That is all different kinds of things. So we also included one field trip this year. We took kids over to Paw Prints with Tracy Hamilton to learn about t-shirt design. So we did that. And we had 8 of those sessions that you're seeing that were open to everyone, including 2 all-school assemblies. So we had Science of Sound in partnership with the Monroe Arts Center. We have kind of a history of working with them to bring in an artist. So we did that, and that was a fantastic presentation, really well received by students and staff. And then for our grand finale, you got to see in the video, we had members of the UW marching band come. And it was just great. The energy in the room was just outstanding, and we really had a great time. We also had 2 all-school projects that were organized by Jan in the art department, where any kid could go and paint and participate in a mural. And those are on boards that we can transfer and move around in the school, because painting cinder block is no fun. So we have those, which was great that anybody could help. And another neat thing about the Fine Arts Festival is we featured a bunch of our own kids. So we had up there our art kids, band, choir, forensics, dance, cheer, and our theater students. So it's just not only bringing other professionals in, but allowing our kids to be showcased as well.
And that video was filmed by our students. So all of that was footage by the high school kids. So that's pretty cool too. And they were actually in the video, which I thought was pretty neat. So I'm going to talk about the Empty Bowl Dinner and the Alumni Art Show. So we had the Empty Bowl Dinner, which is you came, you purchased a ceramic bowl for $10, and you got some soup. And that was donated by 8 local restaurants. Oh, one thing I didn't mention was our t-shirts.
Yeah.
So the design on the t-shirt was created by Nora Hubert, a freshman. And so very cool that we had a student's design. And that was chosen out of 10 final qualifiers, out of a lot of them. So I had my graphic design kids come up with the designs, which is pretty cool.
Oh, and the logo. This one.
Oh, yes. And Maddie Hill designed this one. So very cool. And she's a senior. Back to this. And our desserts were donated from Strive and Daily Living students. So they made them and packaged them for us, which was very cool. We had student artwork on display as well, a student art show. And the Empty Bowl Dinner total, we had 217 bowls sold, which brought in over $2,000, which we will divide evenly between Monroe Way Station at MHS and Backpack Buddies. So very cool. We had a very good turnout. We also had a student-directed one-act play called One Stoplight Town. That was directed by E.J. Jordan, one of our students, and it was very well attended. We had 3 shows, one the night of the bowl dinner, one during the day. Was it during the school day?
Thursday, 5th hour. And
Thursday, 5th hour, and then Friday night.
Yep.
So, and it was very well attended. We also had this year an alumni art show, which Becca Jablonski put together and ran, which was very cool for kids to see former alumni show their artwork and what they're doing. So we had, let me find my notes here, 20 alumni artists. They submitted around 40 works of art for display. Grad years dated back as far as 1965 and as current as last year, 2021. A former student, Joe Turek, mailed his work from California. So that was kind of neat too.
This is really cool.
Yeah. So that will be shipped back. So then that was up in the atrium at MHS and was just taken down. So that was up the week before the festival and the week during and after as well. So like 3 weeks. And that reception, we had a reception open to the public on Sunday, April 24th with refreshments, and Katie Lado, who you met earlier, played the harp, which was really kind of cool. So shared her talent.
So I guess we just wanted you to know, like, this thing is really only possible with the community support and the board support and our administrative support and our DAC administrative support. When people, we're talking to new people coming to the festival, and I tell them that we put on this massive, production for kids, and it costs the school district $0, and it costs the students $0. And people just can't believe that our community does this incredible thing. And not only that, but has been doing it for 4 decades. It's just outstanding. And so Jan and I are really proud to carry on that tradition and that legacy, going all the way back to Al Stoppaker and Kathy King did it all of those years. And so we're just, and Walt, all the way back that far, those of you who know them. So we're just really honored to keep that going. And in fact, our combat guy is a colleague of mine from Door County, and he wants to pick our brains as to how to bring one there, which is really kind of cool. So we just need to say thank you also to all the people who do all of this with us. Big accolades to Jenny Bochar, who manages to run the pack those 2 days, handles the One Stoplight Town, pivots on a dime when suddenly we have to put 700 kids in the pack, and we were planning to put them in the gym. All of those things, she was just great and handled it. Ryan Strunz does our flex scheduling, which is the program we use to schedule all the kids into all of these sessions. So he deserves our kudos as well. The office staff, the custodial staff, the food service staff, they were all fantastic in making sure that everything worked. Jan, we should have mentioned too, we had an army of student workers. I don't know if you want to talk about what they did.
Yeah, so they basically were assigned to help each of our artists that were there, setting up throughout the time they were doing their session, breaking down, taking things out to vehicles, just getting supplies ready. So we had a group, most of them were upperclassmen, but we did have a small group of sophomores who will then take over when they're seniors for our next festival. So they'll kind of be our leaders for that.
It's really a great thing. It's every other year. It takes us 2 years to pull the whole thing off. But Jan and I, like I said, are just really honored to do this work. And as you take a look at the list and see ideas, if there's people you would suggest for us to get on the phone with for 2024, by all means, email us those contacts of people you know who are local or people who might be willing to travel and spend the day with our kids in Monroe. It really is a fantastic and wonderful opportunity for our students, so.
And a thank you to these two, too. And I don't think they thank themselves, but they put everything together. They deserve a ton of things. And I was outside getting cookies, so I don't know if you talked about this part, but Friday, the very last thing when they brought in the DW band or part of the marching band, probably one of the, if not the coolest things I've been part of at Monroe High School. Like everybody was up in the aisles, dancing and singing and doing all the I mean, especially our teachers that knew some of they kept it clean, chants and dances. It was so cool and fun.
It was
to
beer
see.
barrel polka and the chicken dance, which,
Yeah, and staff was up.
yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
It was great.
the
And
energy.
the band members were great. I mean, it was amazing.
In fact, they commented that it was fun for them to be in front of a group of young people, that they usually did weddings and alumni sessions and things for older graduates, so they said they really had a great time, so.
The way he described it was, and it was our very own version of the fifth quarter.
Totally.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Exactly what we had. And you know, I'll say the kids were outstanding. Every artist of the 50 guests that we had said they would be honored to come back to do this again. How great our kids were, how great the staff was, you know, how all of it just really comes together and how cool it is that our community does this for our students. So that's our presentation.
We
And
did
we're
have
just-
Bucky lined up also, but sadly Bucky canceled at the last minute, but our cheese Mighty Mouse stepped in.
Yes.
And the cheerleaders, which was awesome.
Yeah. And I think that was like even just as good, if not better, right?
Yes,
We
it was
had-
great.
Had
I
our
mean,
folks involved. And no one knows, except for now all of you and us, that we were planning on Bucky and didn't. You know,
Right.
the kids didn't miss it.
None the wiser.
You know what I mean? So-
But that's how great our kids are. They like just popped in there last minute. We've got this. Don't worry about it.
We'll do
So,
And how many
Very cool.
people just do that? Like, we'll figure it out, we can do this, we'll help. It was awesome. So, that was the Fine Arts Festival, and we're excited to bring it back in 2024. But we need a break, so not right now,
Yeah.
like in 2024, we're all ready, so. it's good.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, have a good night.
Thank you. Have a great night. Okay, next item on the agenda, we've got open enrollment for 2022 through 2023. Any comments from administration on that one? I think it's in and out is 35 and 35, so it's a break even this year, which is good. All right, so we'll take them one at a time. We'll do the in first, if somebody would like to make that motion.
Second.
Motion by Phil, second by Terry to approve open enrollment in for 22 through 23. By voice vote, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Motion carries. I'd entertain a motion for the open enrollment out for,
It's just a quick question, sorry, on
Sure.
open enrollment in, do the 4K kids that come in typically stay with us? Or what's the ratio of kids that, if we get them in 4K, do they stay or do they tend to go back to their home districts?
I don't know that we, I don't
don't know if anyone's done that analysis, maybe Jenna has as a 4K director.
Yeah, can I?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I wouldn't say we've done an analysis, but oftentimes it's related to like the wraparound childcare options.
what I was-
And things that we have, people don't often stay, like they come because a parent works here, they can go to Rainbow, stay at Rainbow.
But
I just
the reverse is true for us as well, right? We have kids that maybe go 4K somewhere and then come to us afterwards, right? So.
All right, so we're on open enrollment outs for 22 through 23. I'd entertain a motion.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Nikki and a second by Terry. By any further discussion? By voice vote, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Motion carries. Okay, item E is the approval of the elementary ELA adoption and purchase of curriculum materials. This one's coming to us from Curriculum Committee.
Yep, the design team, elementary ELA design team presented a few weeks ago, made the recommendation to adopt a new ELA resource for implementation for next school year. In your board write-up, you guys should see the financial impact and the total cost, which is over 6 years, including teacher resources, online licenses, student resources, and then the first year of PD to implement the program. And we'll split it between our ESSER 3 funds and then next year's curriculum budget. And I talked a little bit about funds available because it's the only adoption that we have for next school year because we paused many things during COVID because teams couldn't get together to meet. So the timing is right to be able to do the full thing for next school year.
Any additional discussion or questions? Entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Eric and a second by Phil to adopt Amplify Core Knowledge and Language Arts as the core ELA resource for grades K through 5 and purchase a 6-year agreement for items listed in the minutes at a cost of $295,648.32 as approved by the Curriculum Committee and recommended by Todd Parody, Director of Curriculum and Instruction. Any additional discussion or questions? Hearing none, by voice vote, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Motion carries. Okay. So we're on to item F. This is discussion potential action of hiring Rodney Figueroa as our district administrator. And I'll start off by just saying thank you to the students and the staff and the community for their time and thoughtful feedback throughout the process. Thank you to Mike Ritchie and Pat Neudecker at HYA for guiding us through it. And finally, thank you to all of the candidates that applied and came to visit and learn a little bit more about Monroe during the process. Can't say thank you enough. So the board took in quite a bit of information from multiple stakeholders. We reconciled that feedback with the interviews we held with the candidates and the leadership profile that was developed by HYA. And I'm pleased to share that this evening we'll be voting for Monroe's next district administrator to be Rodney Figueroa. Rodney, or Fig, he's an innovative thinker. He's an experienced district administrator. He's got over 3 decades of educational experience, leads with a growth mindset, among other things. And I've got no doubt he's going to be a great fit for Monroe. I know he's just as excited as we are to be joining us in the conversations that I've had with him. So again, thank you to everybody who participated in the process. And if anybody has any other comments or would like to have some discussion, we can have that now. Otherwise, I would be looking for a motion.
I will make that motion.
Second.
Got a motion by Nikki and a second by Terry.
No,
Is there
I
any?
think it was Eric.
No, you got it.
Was it Eric?
You got it.
All right, it's Eric.
Okay, it's Eric.
Oh.
Is it Eric?
Eric.
Okay. Motion by Nikki, second by Eric. Any further discussion or comments before we vote?
I'll just say I thought he was a great candidate. I enjoyed getting to know him and visiting with him, and I look forward to having him on our team.
All right. So this would be a roll call vote. Nikki, would you call the roll, please?
Certainly. Nikki Austin, yes. Rich Depre,
Yes.
Eric Ekdahl,
Yes.
Terry Ellefson,
Yes.
Teresa Keen,
Yes.
Cheryl is absent, Dylan McGuire,
Yes.
Phil Vosberg,
I will respectfully abstain. I wasn't able to attend all of the interviews, and out of fairness to all the candidates, I think it's best I abstain.
certainly. Okay. And Tim Wolf is absent.
All right. Motion carries. Welcome aboard, Fig. Thank you, everybody. All right. We're on to informational items for this evening. So boardsmanship. Awards night is Wednesday at the high school. What time does it start? 7 p.m. And I think Phil and Terry, are you there with me? Is that correct? Okay. We'll want to be there probably at 6:30, and then the ceremony will start at 7. There's admin content in here from administration for board members to review. Anything additional from administration?
No, I think you see the voluntary transfers. We have obviously some moving staffing positions there with some openings that we had in the district. So Erica Zentner moving from 3rd grade to kindergarten. And then we had Chris Hicks, who left us for 8th grade math, and Ben Riddle was interested in moving from 6 to 8. And then Jake Teasdale, a 5th grade current teacher at Abe, wanted to volunteer and was interested in moving up to the 6th grade position. So that was approved. And then allowed us to move Lisa Duffy out of the 1st grade position because we needed to reduce a section there. So she moves into the 5th grade role. So it kind of all worked out that we've got positions filled and made the moves that we needed to.
Board of Education correspondence. I do not currently have any correspondence that the entire board is not aware of. Committee reports. Start down on the end. Anything from you, Eric?
No.
Dylan?
Nope.
Terry?
No.
Nikki?
I helped with Race to Read today.
Oh,
And it was so much fun. It's always so fun. And they get their little huddles and they're deciding on their answer and then they give their answer. It's just a great morning. So that's it.
Yep, that was great. I was there too. It was just fun to watch them get super excited and accidentally give answers away to the other teams.
Yep.
So into it.
It's great.
And I think,
Made my heart smile.
yeah, it's been going since 2011, and this is the first year I think Northside has brought it's a traveling trophy, and Northside
And
brought it home.
Northside took it home today.
For the first time ever, so congratulations. Teresa?
Nothing tonight.
Phil? Okay. All right, any agenda items for future discussion from board members? Nope. Okay, I don't have any questions from the liaisons. Nobody here from the press, so we have one final motion to make at 8:03 p.m.
So moved.
Second. Got a motion by Teresa and a second by Eric. By voice vote, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. We are adjourned. Thank you.